Welcome student in our today's section of subject Power Engineering and Refrigeration. Today we are going to take the numericals on our chapter number 3 and name of air compressor. So let's start with the formulas, some basic formulas which we are going to use in this chapter number 3 air compressor. So first formula is work for compression. When the compression is isothermal. Work done for the isothermal compression and formula for this. We can represent it by capital W when writing ISO. P1 V1 log this E or log of E. Sometimes we can write it as Ln and Ln also represent as log this E. Bracket P2 by P1. Okay. So work for isothermal compression having formula P1 V1 log base of E P2 by P1. Second formula work for compression. When this compression is polytropic. When they give us the polytropic index means the compression is polytropic, and formula for this work done for polytropic compression is N upon L minus 1 P1 in bracket P2 by P1 is to power N minus 1 upon F minus. So this is the formula for work done for compression. The compression is polytropic. When there is a multiple compression, multi-stage compression, two stage, three stage, if it is compression of two stage, then we can write 2 here, and we need to write 2 here and 2. When the compression is two stage, and when the compression is third stage, we need to write 3 here and here. So then this formula becomes for 3 stage compression. Okay, I will take the numericals. At that time, you will get to know that which formula we need to use when there is a multi-stage compression. This formula is for single stage compression. Again, the third formula is for compression when the compression is eccentric. When the compression is eccentric. At this, when the compression is isentropic, then at that time, instead of this polytropic index, we need to use this gamma here. When work done for isentropic compression, gamma upon gamma minus 1 P1 V1 P2 by P1 is to the power gamma minus 1 upon gamma. Okay, so this is the formula for work done for isentropic compression. Sometimes we also use this relation, which is P is equals to FRT. Ideal gas equation. If P value of pressure and volume is not given, but value of temperature is given, then we need to use this relation here. In case of the numericals, we need to use this value of MRT instead of P, FP and V. Next formula for power required to run the compressor. First type of power is isothermal power. It is also known as minimum power. Isothermal power or minimum power to run the compressor, and the formula for it is P1 log base E P2 by P1 into n upon 60, where this value of m is given in P. Okay, so this is the formula for rational power or minimum power. Then again some similar simple formulas we need to use here: compressor efficiency, then isothermal efficiency, adiabatic efficiency. All these value of efficiency I will teach you when we are going to use the solve the numerical. Okay, so now we are going to solve the numerical. So we are starting this numerical here by writing it on the plate. Numerical number 1. A single stage active reciprocating air compressor has a bore 300 mm and screw 400 mm is required to compress air from. Is required to compress air from 1 bar to 5 bar if compressor runs at 200 RPM. We need to find maximum and minimum power required. Maximum and minimum power required to run the compressor. So firstly we need to find this given data. So they gave us that compressor, single stage compressor having core, and value of core is 300 mm. So given data is core is equals to D is equals to 300 mm. We need to convert it into meter. So it becomes 0.3 meter. Then there is stroke. Stroke is represented by L, and value of this stroke L is 400. We convert it into meter by 0.4 m. Then value of pressure is given here. So initial pressure P1 is 1 bar. We need to convert this bar into Newton per meter square. So 1 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. And final pressure P2, value of final pressure is 5 bar. So 5 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. Value of pressure P. Again they gave us the speed of compressor, which is L, and L is 200 RPM. And now we need to find the maximum and minimum power required. This is we need to find. Okay. So before this, we need to find this value of V1. Okay. So volume V1 is equals to pi by 4 d square L into L. Okay, we do the value here. Pi by 4. Value of d is 0.3 square. Value of stroke L is 0.4. By putting this value in calculator, we get the value of V1 is 0.0282 meter cube. Okay. Now we can use the directly formula for this maximum power, minimum power required. As I have already told you that minimum power required is the isothermal power. Therefore, minimum power required to run the compressor is P of isothermal. Value of P of isothermal is, what is the value? P1 V1 log base E of P2 by P1 into L upon 6. Okay, so put this value of P1 V1 into this formula and we will get its value as, value of P1 is 1 into 10 to the power of 5. Value of V1 is 0.0282. Then value of P2 by P1, value of P2 is 5 into 10 to the power 5. Value of P1 is 1 into 10 to the power 5 and value of L is 200 RPM. Okay, by calculating this, we get this value as 15128 and we can convert it into kilowatt by giving a decimal point after 15.128 kilowatt. So this is the value for minimum power required to run the compressor, and we get value is 15.128 kilowatt. Now we need to find out this maximum power required to run the compressor. So I am writing here. Now, maximum power required to run the compressor, and I think it is P of eccentric. You know, when formula for isentropic power is gamma upon gamma minus 1 P1 V1. Bracket P2 by P1 is to the power gamma minus 1 upon gamma minus 1 into L upon 60. Okay. Here value of P1 V1, value of gamma is already known to us. Here we already know the value of gamma. Value of gamma is 1.4. Value of P1 is 1 into 10 to the power 5. Value of P1 is 0.0282 meter cube. And value of L is 200 rotation RPM. By putting all the value here, we get the values as 19207.661, and we can convert it into kilowatt by shifting this decimal point to the 3 places in the left side. So we get this as 19.207 kilowatt. Okay, so this is the value for maximum power required to run the compressor. So we find out what this value, so the numerical get completes here. Now we are going to take another numerical. I hope you understand this numerical, and if you are not getting it, then you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Here numerical number 2. Two-stage compressor. Two-stage compressor works between 1 bar and 10 bar. Compressor inlet air temperature. Compressor inlet air temperature is 30 degree centigrade. Index of compression is 1.3. Index of compression is 1.3. Neglecting clearance, determine first intermediate pressure. Second, work done in compression. So here we need to find out the intermediate pressure and work done in the compression. These two things we need to determine in this numerical. So start for the solution here. In solution, firstly we write at first the given data they provide us. So given data was between compressor was between 1 bar and 2 bar. So initial pressure and final pressure value are given. So initial pressure, it is P1, that is 1 bar, means 1 into 10 raised to the power by Newton per meter square. Again, this is the two-stage compressor. The two-stage compressor. You know that how this two-stage compressor we can represent it on the PV diagram. So let this be the P and P. Suction is performed. Let this is the value of the initial pressure 1. Then compression takes place. This is the first stage. After this first stage, there will be some intercooling will be provided, and after this again the second stage compression will be there. So this is point 1, this is point 2, and this is the final pressure point 3 here. Okay, this is the two-stage compression, first stage and then the second stage. Intermediate pressure point is P2. This is the initial pressure P1, this is the final pressure P2. P3. Therefore, this final pressure is equals to P3, and value of this P3 is 10 bar. 10 bar. 10 bar means 10 into 10 to the power 5 meter per meter square. Okay. Again, they provided so the inlet air temperature is 30 degree. So inlet temperature is represented by T1. This is equals to 30 degrees centigrade. Means we need to convert it into Kelvin by adding 273 with heat. So that it is 303 Kelvin. Okay. Again, they provided us that. What they provide us? They provide us that index of compression is 1.3. Okay, so here index of compression which is at is equals to 1.3. Okay. Now we need to calculate this intermediate pressure, and we get this intermediate pressure as 0.2. Therefore, now to find intermediate pressure, value of it represented by P of 2, and formula for this is under root of P1 and P3. So, write the values here P1 and P3. Value of P1 is 1 into 10 to the power 5. Value of P3 is 10 into 10 to the power 5. So the final value we get is as 3.16 into 10 to the power 5 meter per meter square. If you do not use that conversion factor 10 to the power 5, then we will get this value in case of the bar. But here we are using this conversion factor, so we get this value in terms of meter per meter square. Now we need to find out this work done in the compression. So this is the two-stage compression, and compression is isentropic here. Here they are providing us the index of compression, and means it is polytropic compression, and the formula for this is 2 into n upon n minus 1 into P1 V1 in bracket P3 by P1 raised to the power n minus 1 upon 2n minus 1. So this is the formula for work done for polytropic compression, where it is a two-stage. That's why we use this multiplier factor 2 here and here. And instead of P2 we are using this P3 here. All these other properties are same. So here we are having only this value of P1, but we don't have this value of V1, and again we don't know about the pore diameter and stroke length M. So here instead of this P1 V1, we can use this relation MRT1. So we are going to use this relation of PV is equals to MRT, because we know this value of this R, which is universal constant, and we can take this value of MR1 here, and value of temperature is given here in the numerical. So instead of using this P1 V1, we are going to use this relation PV is equals to MRT, and we can solve this numerical. Okay, so it can be written as 2 into n upon n minus 1. Instead of this P1 V1, we are going to use this MRT1 into P by P1 this is the power n minus 1 upon y s minus 1. Here we use this relation of PV is equals to MR. Okay. Now we are going to put this value here. Value of n is given as 1.3 here. So 2 into 1.3 upon 1.3 minus 1. Value of n is can be taken as 1 here into 1 into value of r is 287 joule per kg Kelvin. Value of r is universal constant. The value of temperature is 303. The value of this P3 is 10 bar. So 10 into 10 raised to the power 5 upon value of P1 is 1 into 10 raised to the power 5 raised to the power 1.3 minus 1 upon 2 into 1.3 minus 1. So here value of R is 287 joule per kg Kelvin and let value of mass M is equals to 1. Okay. Now put all these values into calculator and you can get the values as 229.355.465 joule per kg. We can write this in the format of kilojoule per kg by shifting this decimal point to the 3 digits on the left side. So it becomes 229.35 kilojoule per kg. So here our numerical ends. I hope you get this, and if you are having any doubts then you can contact me on my personal WhatsApp. Thank you.